I'm not here for the 4Gs precisely, Garfield. How are you, though? God bless you, brother, man. How are you?
Which one? Hold on, it depends on which God you talk about. God bless me. I can't acknowledge that God bless you unless I'm the right God.
Well, fair play. If you're not acknowledged, That's what it is. Get me?
Hold on one second. Somebody said Garfield sing it live. So y'all trying to say that I'm an auto-tune guy, I can't sing for real? Come on, man. Don't start me up, man. Don't start me up, family. Now.
The bald head Milli Vanilli.
Yo, you stupid. What's up, Darren? Talk you up, man.
Yeah, bless you, Garfield. Bless you, Garfield. You've been doing your thing a long time. I'm tuning in from London, the UK. You know, blessings to you, and you being a Jamaican that is looking at truth regardless scholarship. You know what I mean? Good to hear the old yard voice doing what it's supposed to do. We're people from a diaspora. You're representing in your own way. So, yeah, mad blessings to you, man. But, yeah, so this is Hebrews 9, verse 27 and John 3, verse 16. You said you wanted to delete my comment from the chat. But, yeah, you asked about collecting the, what was it, $3.5 grand?
$4 grand.
For the extra now. Four grand. Okay. So this isn't on the second air stress.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, this was from what you were doing yesterday in relation to proving the Exodus.
We're not talking about the Exodus. We're talking about Ezra.
Yeah, so, okay. So, well, then maybe I'll wait till you've got that on again because I didn't get to sort of jump on yesterday, but you said you was going to delete my comment from the chat. But, yeah, if it's not pertinent and your chat at the moment is just on the second Esdras, yeah, I haven't really got any comment, but I don't believe second Esdras is a BC book from the scholarship that I've seen. And that is the problem with the Apocrypha. That's why people were so ready to cast it out and say that it's not inspired in the first place anyway. So that's where we lay with that. But yeah, my comment was more so from yesterday.
Okay. All right. Monmouth lady, you coming for that 4Gs? Because I'm about to jump off right now. Going once, going twice. Going once, going twice. Thanks for coming on, bro. But you do have evidence for the Exodus, right?
Well, this is how I've come to my conclusion. Okay? You're familiar with the Brooklyn Papyrus?
Yes.
Okay. So the way that I trace it is this. The Brooklyn Papyrus, as far as I'm concerned, has Hebrew names that are on it, that are in Egypt prior to the early date of the Exodus, which would have been roughly 1446 BC. If you go by the Masoretic text, if you go by the Septuagint, they lower it to be, I don't know, roughly 1401 BC. Okay? There's a couple of interesting things that are said about the Exodus. The main thing being that some of those, the Pharaoh and the Egyptians in that land would lose their firstborn. Thutmose III and Amenhotep II both lose their firstborns. Yeah. And I think there's somebody else, maybe Thutmose IV, who also loses their firstborn. Right? As for the actual event...
Hold on. Let me stop you right here. So now, you're making claims, right? No, I've heard it before. And what happened is, all boys' firstborn children are supposed to be killed. So now you brought up that this Pharaoh... So you named 3 pharaohs and said their firstborn killed. So that don't make any sense. So you're saying it's a continuous exodus then, that the firstborn...
No. That's not what I'm saying, Garfield. I'm just saying...
Hold on. I've got to ask a question real quickly.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, go ahead.
The Brooklyn Papyrus having those 90-something names, right?
Yep.
What does that mean?
Well, to me, it's proof that there were Hebrews in Egypt.
Okay.
Hold on. So
40 of them had...
Go ahead.
Names. 40 had Semitic names. You do realize Semitic people were in the Egypt, right?
Yeah, of course.
According to Well, the record says they were either scribes, draftsmen, butlers, goldsmiths, coppersmiths, musicians, builders, bodyguards of the pharaoh, physicians, or king's messengers. That's what it says that what they were. So
yep. Yeah, but I don't see anything being wrong with that, because it isn't till a certain pharaoh comes along and applies.
Garfield, can I ask him a question?
Applies more pressure.
I don't know, how does this prove the Exodus?
Okay, well, I didn't get to my chain of events or how I substantiate my faith, but basically, as I said, with the comment that I posted in the chat, the Pharaoh that Moses basically engages with, and the Pharaoh says he doesn't know the name of Yahweh, and then we have Amenhotep III, who does the inscription for, I believe, what was it, his 25th or his 30th Jubilee down in Soleb in Sudan, to show, a bound people, saying that they are the Shasu, the nomads of Yahweh. But previously, before that, we have no older inscription or attestation for Yahweh. So what I would say is Amenhotep III sure knew who Yahweh was by then, and that is the oldest inscription that we've got. And that is one way how I think it is substantiated.
The Shasu are the Israelites. That's what you're saying.
The Shasu of Yahweh, not Shasu per se, Shasu of Yahweh, because the Lord says he doesn't reveal his name, his personal name, or didn't reveal his personal name until the Israelites come. But then Amenhotep III inscribes not just the Shasu of Yahweh, other enemies on the pillar down in Soleb, with other enemies. It's almost as if he's saying to those that are down in Sudan, we have enemies, and this is who we're identifying as enemies.
Whoa. Hit your brakes for a minute, brother. Do you know what the Brooklyn Papyrus is dated at?
Yeah, it's dated prior to the earlier date of the Exodus.
No. What is the Brooklyn Papyrus dated at? I'm not talking about the Exodus. What is the Brooklyn Papyrus dated at?
I don't know the specific
you know the
date
given for it. It's dated to the 13th century BCE.
That's not what I've seen.
That's not what you've seen. What have you seen?
No, I haven't seen that. I've seen it dated earlier than if you've got a source or reference, pull it up. But I have seen that it was dated prior.
That's in the British Museum. Those are the curator of the texts that say that.
It's not in the British Museum.
I'm sorry, the Brooklyn Museum. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I said British. But I'm asking you, what I'm sitting up there saying is, if it's dated to the 13th century BCE, why are you bringing up Amenhotep III?
So
Amenhotep III is actually in the New Kingdom. He's New Kingdom period, which would be anything from the 18th dynastic period on forward.
Okay, well, we need to look at the scholarship for the Brooklyn Papyrus to say that it is dated to that date, because I don't have that date for it. Let me have a look. I'm just having a look online now.
Come on with your lookership. And let's also understand that, as Garfield said, that there were, in fact, Semites inside of Egypt from the time of the Middle Kingdom period, where it was an intermediary period, because the Egyptians themselves were enslaved by a group of Semites. So these Semites all had names like Jacob or Yaqub. They all had those names. So by that scholarship, or by that methodology alone, you could say that the Israelites were ruling inside of, these same Semites were ruling inside of Egypt, right? Or a certain portion of it, right?
Well, some people will lump them with the Hyksos, but just to come back on your scholarship.
Well, Hyksos only means, hold on one second.
Hold on a second. Let me just come back on one second. Brother, let me just come back on what you said about the 13th century.
Okay, but Hyksos only means shepherd king. That's not a race of people.
Yeah, that's fine, right? You said 13th century for the Brooklyn Papyrus.
I said 13th dynastic period. It would have been in the 13th dynastic period.
Okay, 13th dynasty. Yeah, so that would be before the 18th dynasty. So the Israelites are supposed to hit Egypt before that, right?
No Israelites ever were in Egypt.
Well, according to you. But anyway,
according to history.
Oh, okay, well, I believe that this says different, because those are Israelite names. If someone doesn't want to accept them,
No, those
Because
are
that is
Semitic
their-
names. Those
that
aren't
is
Israelite
their
names.
worldview.
Those are Semitic names, and actually a lot of those
When you-
names are
so when you
Amoritish
say-
names.
So when you say Semitic names, the name Shua is there, which is the same name as the midwife, one of the midwives that told the Pharaoh.
Hold on.
Why are you cutting me, brother, though? At least let me finish my point, and I'll let you finish yours.
Oh, I went over 8 minutes. I do have to go. But I do want to say,
Okay.
are you saying that only an Israelite would have that name? No other
No, that's not. No, Garfield, because in the Semitic, like, so what I will say, and I'll finish on this.
All right, let me ask you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Israelites are the Shasu. That's what I want to ask you.
No, that's not what I said. I
But
said
they're the only ones that came out of Egypt with the worship of Yahweh, though.
no. So what I'm saying, Shasu, from what I've understood and from what I've studied, can apply to any nomadic people. Okay, the difference with the
From Edom. They come from Edom. So,
no, Garfield. I mean, if look up what the scholar Ailing says about this inscription. Yeah, Ailing, Aling.
No, we're talking about the Shasu of Yahweh. That's what you're talking about.
Right. Yeah, that's right. So all I'm simply saying is, and I can restate it again. The Pharaoh of Egypt said he knew no Yahweh. When we get to Amenhotep III, he knows the name of Yahweh. Simple as that. That's what I'm saying.
Captures a lot of those Shasu and brings them back into Egypt.
Fair enough.
It's not mentioned, but it's not mentioned anywhere in your biblical text. So those Shasu could not have been the so-called Israelites that you're proclaiming them to be. And Yahweh is a Canaanite deity.
I would disagree with you, and obviously that's where we have to agree to disagree.
I agree
anyway,
with disagreeing.
Yeah, of course. Garfield, the last point I wanted to make, which is more of a spiritual point, just before you go, is: are you familiar with King Sennacherib?
King who?
King Sennacherib.
Yes.
Okay. So you know that the Bible claims or states that under King Hezekiah, the prophet Isaiah, I believe it was the plea made to the Lord because the Assyrians were threatening to destroy Judah, right?
Okay.
Right. So this is my line of logic.
Uh-oh.
It's recorded on the prison, one that they've got in the British Museum, which I've seen, that the Assyrians came to assault Judah. Okay, they said they had Hezekiah trapped up in Jerusalem like a bird. Mm-hmm. Right. However, what we do know is that the Israelites have said 185,000 Assyrians were slain. As far as the Assyrians are concerned, they don't make any more record of anything. It's just left as that. Now, where it comes down to this, those Assyrians, the Assyrians per se, the Neo-Assyrian Empire, they never went back and troubled Judah or Jerusalem. But they did go back and they did go into Egypt. They did go into Kemet, yeah, and we know that they set up one puppet pharaoh in particular. So all I'm saying basically is those Assyrians didn't want anything more. In my opinion, and I respect that it's my opinion and my perspective of what they met when they went into Judah, but they were perfectly well and happy to go and tamper and trouble with Egypt. And secondly, Herodotus, he wrote a tale where he said that some Egyptian priest called Cephos took out a mouse and held up the mouse, and this mouse is supposed to have scared off the Assyrians when they came to invade. Okay. And that is how I arrive at my position and my thinking and my logic. But yeah, that's what I got to say.
Stop you for a second. First of all, you're wrong, because the Assyrians documented that they took over 200,000. That's documented on the prison. How could you not know that? Another thing is,
I'm talking about Jerusalem, Garfield, not the rest of the Israelites, Garfield.
Hold on. Like 2 Kings 18 verse 13 says that away. We know he didn't take Jerusalem, but guess what?
That's my point. Yeah, go ahead.
We know that King Hezekiah gave up his daughters so that he could have peace with Sennacherib, and he was a vassal king.
Yeah, I know that.
So if he's a vassal king, how are you telling us story by 185,000? You trying to? Well, you did say it's a spiritual angle, but the point is, bro, they took the 200,000 Judeans. They took the.
I'm not disagreeing with that. That's that.
Hey,
yeah, go ahead.
Hey, hold on. So now
yeah,
they 200,000 people. Judeans are gone. They ain't come back. They gone.
Yeah, of course.
That's the Judah. They went in. But
I'm not disagreeing with that.
I'm trying to figure out why. I'm trying to figure out why.
Brother, you said that they skipped over Judah and went straight into Egypt. That's what you just said.
No. I'm saying when they came to destroy.
You know what? We got.
No, they went. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Gotta continue this later. I'm so sorry, family. I gotta go. I gotta get my second dosage for my vaccine. I'm out of here, man. Peace and love.
Blessings.
Y'all messed up
on your vaccines, people, because I got mine.
I ain't getting that, man. Yeah, blessings to you.
Man. Y'all